Hi, and welcome to today's practice. Today's class is all about opening up our upper body, our head, neck, shoulders, upper back. Um, yeah, especially if we're students or working at a desk and we start to hunch over a lot or if you're carrying a lot of stress, your shoulders can creep up into your ears and then it's just a big crunchy mess up here. So we shall do this short and sweet little practice to open up our upper body. And for props, you might want to sit up on a bolster to start, and then definitely we'll like to have a block or two blocks if you have, or if you don't have blocks, you can grab a stack of books. So we'll start by coming to an easy seat, Sukhasana. Get comfortable, whatever that means. Just start to let your shoulders reach down towards the earth. As you start to draw in some full breaths into your body. With each inhale, imagine that your collarbones are opening out to the sides a little bit more. And that your breath is moving upwards and outwards to help open up your upper body. And let us start by taking 3 full cleansing breaths. So fully exhale out, let all the air out. And then take a full breath in, and exhale, release. Full breath in from your toes up to your nose. Exhale, let it go. Last one, full breath in. Exhale, release. On your next inhale, let your shoulders reach up towards your ears. And as you exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. So start to cultivate this with your breath. Inhale, rise your shoulders up. Exhale, release down. And as your shoulders come down, you can bring your chin down towards your chest. Inhale, roll your shoulders up. Exhale, release your shoulders back and down. Inhale, rise your shoulders up. Exhale, roll down. And start to bring in some cat-cow movement into your torso with this. Letting this movement roll up and down your back as you move your shoulders. And then on your next inhale, bring your hands, fingertips on top of your shoulders. And we'll start to do this movement, but with our elbows. So as you inhale, bring your elbows together and rise them out and up. And as you exhale, let your elbows point down and around. So let this be a full torso movement. Inhale, bring your elbows together, open up and out. Just move with your breath. You might hear crunch, crunch, crinkle, crinkle. And the next time your elbows come out to the side, we shall switch the direction of it just to keep it nice and even for our shoulder mobility. So just moving your elbows in the opposite direction. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms out and up to the sky. Let your hands reach all the way up. And as you exhale, let your left arm come down to the earth. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Envision that you're hanging from your right fingertips like a Christmas ornament. And then let your left ear reach down. Let your head be super heavy. And take 3 full breaths here. And on your next inhale, reach your right fingertips up so that it pulls your right arm back up through center. And as you exhale, release down towards your right. And let your left fingertips sustain you. Let your right ear reach down. Take 3 full breaths. And on your next inhale, reach your left fingertips up, 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 so that you come back through center. Walk your hands a little bit behind your hips so that your fingertips are tented behind you. And press your heart forward so your shoulders roll back and maybe your chin reaches up to the sky. Take 2 full breaths here. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, come through center, and we'll move through some seated cat-cow. So bring your hands to your knees. And for seated cat, roll back onto your sit bones. Use your hands against your knees to round your back as much as possible. Let your chin come to your chest. And as you inhale, roll your hands back across your thighs. Open your heart. Lift your chin up. And flow with your breath a few times here. Really let this be a full body movement. And the next time you come forward, take a pause there, switch the cross of your legs. And if you're on a bolster, you can stay on it or come off of it, but whatever feels better as we do these Suki circles. So circle your torso, exaggerating the movement. Lead with your heart so that your heart space opens up. And switch directions. And then come back through center. We'll do a seated twist. So as you inhale, rise your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, twist over to your right so that your left hand reaches towards your right leg. And you can, if you have a block nearby or something to support you, you can bring that behind your back so that your hand can reach the earth. And your gaze can go over your right shoulder. The most important thing is that you're pressing your right hip forward. So you can take 3 full breaths into your thoracic spine, upper back. Take a full breath in, full breath out. And as you inhale, bring your arms back through center and up. And as you exhale, switch sides, twist over to the left. Push your left hip forward this time. Gaze over your left shoulder if that feels okay on your neck, and take 3 full breaths. Take a full breath in. It might have been more than 3 breaths, sorry. Full breath out, and then as you inhale, bring your arms back through center and up. And as you exhale, let your arms come down, let your chin come down. And take a few moments to slowly let your chin tilt side to side, drawing half moons across your chest. And then let your chin reach up to the sky. Make some half moons in that direction. And then let your right ear reach towards your right shoulder. And bring your right hand over towards your left ear. So you put a tiny, tiny bit of pressure here. So you get a nice stretch along the left side of your neck. And then take your left hand and just give yourself a little small neck massage. You can run your hands across, up and down your neck just a few times. Maybe your hand reaches up into your head. Give yourself a little head massage. Just be nice and gentle with yourself here. And then let your left hand roll down. With your right hand, you can put a tiny bit of pressure on the back of your head so that your neck reaches down. You might feel a nice stretch along the back of your neck on the left side. Take a full breath in here, and then as you exhale, let your right hand come down and circle your chin down through center. Maybe draw some half moons or let your chin just hang in the center for a moment. Walk your hands out to the side and notice what stretch that brings to the back of your body. And on your next inhale, let your head come through center. Fully exhale out here. Inhale again, and then as you exhale, let your left ear reach down towards your left shoulder. Bring your left hand up and over to the right ear. And slightly put some pressure there. Take your right hand and give yourself that nice little neck massage, head massage, whatever feels best. And just notice that it's really nice to take care of yourself and give yourself some TLC. Tender loving care. I didn't know what that meant until a little while ago, so take a full breath in. And as you exhale, let your right hand come down, and with the left hand, you can put a tiny bit of pressure on the back of your head. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, drop your left hand down and reach your chin through center. Walk your hands out to the side and back a little bit. Just take 3 full breaths there. Notice your shoulders open up out to the side a little bit more. And on your next inhale, slowly lift your chin up, bring your shoulders up to your ears, and roll your shoulders down, and slowly make your way onto all fours. We'll explore our tabletop. Feel free to circle around on your mat a few times or take any fluid movements you may want or need. And then we shall just do some cat-cows. So press into your index and thumb, tuck your toes, and inhale. Tuck your pelvis up to the sky. Perhaps your gaze and chin reaches up as well. And envision that your wrists and knees are pulling towards one another. So you feel a nice opening across your back. And as you exhale, round your back, tuck your chin towards your chest, and really push the ground away from you. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And then when you're in cat, you can also untuck your toes, whatever feels better. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And we'll add on a little bit more here. So from your cow to your cat to your cow as you inhale. Exhale, send your hips back for child's pose. And then inhale, walk your hands farther out forward and slither your chest down and through for a baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Press your hands into the mat and you'll feel a little bit of a strengthening in your back. And then as you exhale, roll back to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, set your hips back into Balasana, child's pose. Walk your hands out nice and far. Let your forehead touch the ground and take 3 full breaths here. On your next inhale, you can play around with bringing your hands to prayer and let your hands come to the back of your neck for a tricep stretch. Take another 3 breaths here. And on your next exhale, let your hands come down. On your next inhale, slide your forearms forward to come into Sphinx pose. So your forearms are down, your feet can go nice and wide, and envision that your elbows are reaching back towards your hips, and your head can be up, or you can let your chin come down. And take 3 full breaths here. On your next inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale there. And on your next inhale, lean your weight onto your right hand and circle your left arm 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Settle your arm back down. And then same thing on the right side. Circle 3 times. And then on your next exhale, let your chest come down, tent your hands out to the side. We'll do 3 rolling cobras. So as you inhale, press your chest up, lift your chin up. And as you exhale, lower your belly button down first, then your chest. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. I think that was 3. One more time, actually. Inhale, roll up. Sorry, I'm not really on my counting game today. Exhale, roll down. And then shall do Shalabhasana, or locust pose. So we'll start by lifting our legs first. So bring your hands actually next to your chest. Let your chin come down. Take a full breath in, and then on your exhale, lift your feet up. And then try to lift your knees up and the tops of your thighs up. So your forehead can be down to your chin, maybe best forehead. Take 3 breaths, lifting your feet and legs up. Take a full breath in, exhale, lower down. On your next inhale, reach your arms forward. We'll do 2 different variations of locust pose. So this one, you can take a block in between your palms. And inhale, you can either lift your legs here as well or just lift your arms. Inhale to lift your arms up, trying to reach the block up as well. So take 3 full breaths. Take a full breath in and exhale, release down. You can stack your hands on top of one another and windshield wiper your legs. And then we'll do a different variation of Shalabhasana, trying to connect both the arm and leg piece. This time we'll interlace your hands behind your low back. Let your chin come down. Take a full breath in, and as you exhale, lift your feet up and lift your hands back so that your knuckles are like reaching towards your feet. And take 3 full breaths here. Take a full breath in and exhale, release down, windshield wiper your knees side to side. On your next inhale, bring your hands by your side, press your hips up and back to Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here to play around with maybe some plank rolls, or just play around with bending your knees and straightening them, or letting your heels roll side to side. And slowly walk your feet to meet your hands. And we'll come into a Malasana yogi squat. Take your block and walk your feet out nice and wide, about the distance of your mat. And then slowly start to lower your hips down so that your elbows press into your knees. And the block can be on whatever setting, just so that it supports your hips. And instead of focusing on our hip stretch here, we're more so focusing on that open heart, open upper back and shoulders. So we'll take 3 full breaths here. And then on your next inhale, open your right arm out to the side to reach your left arm up and over. Option for a bind. And then switch sides. The bind wasn't happening for me today. Open up your chest. Exhale, bring your hands back through center. You can take the block out and straighten your legs up to the sky for a wide leg forward fold. Options here, you can reach for opposite elbows and let your head hang, or you can plant one hand into the ground to reach the other up for another spinal twist version. And even out the sides. And then settle your heels in, point your toes out, sit down into your Malasana until your hips come down towards the earth. Bring your feet down onto the ground, bend your knees, bring your hands to your shins, and just inhale your heart forward. And as you exhale, slowly roll your spine down, all the way down, nice and slow, until your back reaches the earth. And then bring your block nearby and bring the block on its medium setting so that the edge of the block goes into the 2 knobs at the back of your head, or the occipital protruders. I think that's what the name is. That's not right, actually. Something. The anatomical term is not coming to me, but settle the block underneath your neck, and then just take a few deep breaths here. You can rock your head left and right if that feels good. Might give you a little massage to the back of your head. Take 3 full breaths. Bring your head back through center. And then gently lift your head up and bring the block onto its lowest setting, horizontally underneath your shoulder blades. And you might want to grab a pillow or another block so that as you lower your head down, if the ground feels far away, you can plop something underneath your head. We'll just take a few moments here in a heart opener of your choice. You can also change the setting of the block. Let your arms open out to the side, and with your legs can come into Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined bound angle or butterfly pose. Or your legs can go out long in front of you, or your knees can drop in towards one another and your feet can walk out. Wherever you feel the most with your arms can go up overhead or up at your side. Wherever you feel the most opening across your heart space. Take 3 more full breaths here. And on your next inhale, reach your arms long back behind you, interlace your hands the opposite way than we did before in Locust. Bring your hands to the back of your head. As you exhale, lift your head up so that your chin reaches first, and then lower your head down maybe 3 times. Hopefully getting a nice little extra crack and opening in your upper back. And the next time you lift your head up, slowly bring your knees together. However is the path of least resistance, take the block out from under you and take a full rest. Find your way into Shavasana, maybe doing any last movements. Perhaps a plow pose could feel nice along your back. So you can extend your feet up and back behind your head. And then slowly, when you're ready to come out of it, roll the length of your spine down. A happy baby could feel good. It feels good for me right now to open up our legs, which we didn't really do because today was an upper body practice. And then settle your feet down. Find your way into your most comfortable Shavasana and take your rest. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.